Hey YouTubers, it's me again. I know that a lot of you are interested in my upcoming wedding date and about my wedding in general and who I'm marrying, the Chinese man that I'm marrying. And I have some answers for you and then some, it might cause a lot of my talking might cause a lot of opinionated just opinionated statements. So I met my boyfriend, who is my fiance because of cultural reasons, meaning the Chinese typically get married very early. I'm not going to get into like the history behind why, because you can look it up. It's called the one-child policy, which isn't popular to talk about to begin with. So culturally, people are either laying flat or they're deciding to get married as soon as possible. I come from a southern red state where marriage is a definite. So it's not too abnormal to me to be like, oh yeah, I'm totally on board with getting married. Now we're probably going to get married like a little bit later, just because I don't know. I like a summer wedding. That's a good enough excuse for anyone, I suppose. But it's definitely gonna happen. The wedding's definitely gonna happen. The dress is being altered at the moment, so I have to wait for that to come back, and I'll show you all parts of that. And I was thinking of having a live wedding stream if you all wanted to join in on seeing that. I haven't told my neighbors or anything like that because our apartment's a subsidized apartment, so I'm gonna make sure that I don't get kicked out of my apartment for being married. That would be incredibly terrible. So I'm making sure that I have a place to go after I get married. And it's not necessarily gonna be this apartment, which that's okay. And hell, if we go back to China to visit his in-laws, like his mom, then that's where we're going. That sounds like I should care a little bit more about that, but I don't really have roots here in Kentucky. Even though my family's from here, it's just like, they're not exactly there. Fish sticks. So our plan is to get married. We're not sure on the date because we're trying to save up. He'll probably meet my sister if she wants to show up. I don't know if my mom or my dad would. That's sad to say, but like, it's life. It's reality. What can you do about that? If they haven't given you their new phone number and they choose not to talk to you, even though they love you, it's something that they have to work through themselves. And in the meantime, I don't want to wait around waiting for like a pity party or waiting to make sure that they like me, because you really can't do that. Especially if you're wanting children. You don't want to give up your children waiting on someone to be happy with you. These were so good. So, this is gonna sound really, really bad because people hate this type of dating. But I met him online. And I know it sounds so terrible, but it didn't turn out terrible. I met him online on Facebook dating, and it took like quite a few swipes just to find the right one who was willing to drive to me because I don't have a car. But he drives about 2 hours every single time he visits me, which is amazing. And he always pays for the dates. He pays for everything. So, I mean, that's a cultural norm in America too, but it's a cultural norm in China to hold the bag, open the door for your girlfriend. He never lets me open the door for myself, even though I try to. Sometimes I try to trick him and like try to open the door for him, but he'll grab it immediately and make sure that I can't open the door for myself. It's just really cute. It's the cutest thing ever. What else to say? What else was on my mind? The wedding dress. So I noticed that you all have commented that I should go looking for more wedding dress options, but it's like, this is the one. It's just the one. So I'm gonna have to like skip all the whole fakesies and the fakesies of making a video to go dress shopping when I don't want another dress. I like the dress as it is. And I have a pair of shoes that I will show you later, but probably get copyright flagged for, by Betsy Johnson, that are perfect for the wedding. This. So, we've been dating for like, I think 2 months now. I'm 32 years old, by the way. Wow, I know, shocker. I don't look like I'm 32. But I'm 32 years old, and I want children. And that's not like an immature thought process. It's not I'm making an insane, crazy decision. I need to go to a mental institution for this. It's not that. It's just like, I've thought it through, and realistically, people in my area don't want to get married. I haven't found a better option. You know, the better option argument. You could always look for a better option. No, this man is kind. He's considerate. He thinks about my feelings. He opens doors for me. He pays the bills for food for me. I don't think that there's another man that does it like that. And I am not interested in finding another one. So, sorry about that better person. You're going to find a better person argument. In my opinion, it doesn't matter where I go. I've gone to Canada before. I've met some people in Canada before. I've been proposed to in Canada. And I still am friends with that guy. But I'm not looking for the perfect man. I'm not. I'm really not. You always notice things that don't like quite line up with your perfect ideals, but if I look for the perfect man, I'm not ever going to find them. So that's my take on that. I think the thing that's going to concern people the most is me traveling to China, because I have a nice apartment here, and you all have seen it. It's really good. And my sister's argument was that you're giving up your benefits. Her assumption was that we were going to live in Kentucky, but if we live in China, there'd be no different. No different from Canada. Like, I lived in Canada, it's about the same. That sounds very terrible, but it really kind of is. Every place has their own laws, every place has their own, like, cultural norms, what to do and what not to do. If you listen to what the rules are and the advice, you don't have problems. You run into problems when you purposely are trying to piss people off, which I'm not trying to do. So, if I end up going to China to meet my in-laws, I'm going to take you all around, along for the ride, because that's what I'm planning on doing. I appreciate the concern, if anybody has concern about the circumstance, but it's like, I want to live my life with this man, and this man is Chinese, so we're going to be waiting for a green card in China, an American green card, but I'm not going to be working. I'll be like doing YouTubes, which I don't have a problem with. But our final plan is to make sure that we can get a green card and go back to the United States and probably live somewhere like California or something, because it's easier to make money in certain areas than it is in other areas. Like, for example, Kentucky doesn't have that many employment options, and I was blessed and fortunate to get the employment option that I did, but that was just pure luck. Good fish nuggets. I'm not doing a review or anything. I'd have ketchup if I had a review. Ketchup is great with these things. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. I will update you all more about my dress and where the venue is going to be and the location. I know that doesn't sound like the safest idea, but I probably might have mentioned before, I have a serious illness called factor V leading homozygous, which when you have some sort of cancer, sometimes people don't quite rationalize that maybe you might be okay if you do the normal thing that most everyone else does. So like a cancer patient might go out and like buy a car, and you're like, why'd you buy a car? And they're like, well, because I don't have that much time left. I have plenty of time left with my condition, but it's like, if I get older and I don't have the person with me, what happens when I get sick and I don't have the support? Right now I have a man that is very supportive, but if I choose to do the normal thing and don't do that whole supportive man thing, I'm going to end up by myself alone and never be able to in the future go to different places. And I know this is a permanent decision, but like, I think it's more like if you were to die the next day, Would you make the decision to go marry a Chinese man, or would you stay at home and be comfortable? And I would probably honestly take the decision of marrying the Chinese man, as long as he has like good attributes that I like and get along with, and he's attractive to me. And I want it to be clear that, like, if I make this flight journey, I might have maybe like 2 good journeys left in me before I die with my condition. I won't die with my condition. I just like, it's just more like harder to get on the plane and travel with those diabetic talks. So if I get married and have children, I need to find a stable place to have children, so I don't have to take a plane ride every single time, because it's more dangerous for me to be in the sky with sitting down for hours and not being able to do anything. So I have to make the decision now, while I'm still relatively healthy, to find a partner. And I found a partner that works very well for me. So, and I do love him. It's just harder for me to say the word love with what's gone on in my life. So I hope that if you've gotten this far in the video, listening to me rant, that I've made sense, and I'm not just looking like a crazy lunatic wanting to go somewhere else because I just have someone that I love, and I don't really want to be apart from that. I don't want to wait longer to see if someone else will love me more, or whatever ridiculous notion is behind that whole argument of don't get married to foreigners. Because, honestly, wherever you live in the world, it has rules. And if you can't abide by those rules, you shouldn't be living there. So that's my take on the whole whatever. I've had time to think about the arguments, and it's just like, I know it's like, it's dangerous to go to other countries. Actually, it's more dangerous to come to the United States than it is to go to other countries, with the exception of those ones that eat people and, cannibalism. So I think it's more like you should do your research before you get into the water going somewhere. And I've done enough research. I don't speak Chinese, but that's okay, because that's something that's learnable. What's not learnable is giving up love to fulfill some expectation of you being a spinster for the rest of your life. So I am happy that you all listened to what I had to say, and hopefully this will be informative for the rest of my time period of being on YouTube, because I've been quite enjoying your all's comments. All right, well, I'll see you all later. Peace out, YouTubers. Bye.